Have you ever felt like the night would never end? If today is heavy, you're not alone. This is a simple story about how we keep going, how hope returns across a whole lifetime. 5 stages. 1. Clear truth. Night is not the end of the story. We see a child at a puddle after a storm. They fold a paper boat. It sinks. They fold another. It tilts, then vanishes. Tears rise. Small hands want to quit, but the child tries again, and this time the boat floats a little farther. Therefore, the lesson lands early. Things fall apart, and we can try again. Resilience at this age is simple and brave. It's learning that you can cry, be held, and still return to the water's edge. It's understanding that not yet is different from never. The night feels big to a child, but morning still finds them. They don't need a plan. They need one more try. When the world is new, resilience looks like a paper boat launched after every storm. The world gets louder. Friends matter. So do mirrors and grades and 1,000 tiny judgments. Inside, a compass spins. One moment points to fitting in, another points to telling the truth. They want to stand tall, but doubt bends their knees. They want to speak, but fear tightens the throat. But a quiet choice appears. Be kind anyway. Ask for help. Put the phone down and step outside. Therefore, the compass slows. Held steady in a warm hand, it begins to find north. Resilience here is private and real. It's showing up to school after a hard night. It's texting, "Are you free to talk?" It's saying, "I don't know, but I'll try." Hope is not a loud cheer. It's a steady direction. The night is still dark. Yes, but even now, a thin line on the horizon admits that morning is on its way. When everything spins, resilience feels like a compass, finally settling, one small degree at a time. Caps fly, bills arrive. Some doors open a crack and close again. You send applications into quiet inboxes and hear little back. From the street, your life can look unfinished, wrapped in scaffolding and tarps. You wonder, is anything working? You look around and see glossy windows on other buildings. Yours still rattles in the wind, but you clock in again, learn a new skill, admit a mistake, ask for feedback. Therefore, the structure strengthens in places no one sees. Inside beams, deeper footings, truer lines. Resilience here is routine more than roar. It's brewing coffee at dawn and trying again. It's taking a walk instead of scrolling. It's choosing one task you can finish today. Hope grows like a work site, measured, messy, honest. Progress hides, then suddenly appears. Was that wall there yesterday? And you realize you've been building all along. When the outside looks temporary, resilience is showing up to the site. even in rain. You carry more than your own life now. Children, partners, parents, teams. Some dreams changed shape. Some cracked. The bowl you thought would last forever has a web of breaks. You could throw it away, but you gather the pieces. You learn an old art, mend the cracks with gold. The bowl returns, not as it was, but as it is, honest, storied, strong. Therefore, the very lines of breaking become lines of beauty. Resilience here is not pretending nothing broke. It's honoring what did and repairing with care. It's saying, we argued, and also, we came back together. It's booking the appointment, making the call, apologizing first, resting when your body asks you to. Hope is not a spotless life. Hope is a mended life that still holds soup and light. When people you love eat from it and smile, you remember the cracks did not end the story. When the weight is real, resilience looks like Kintsugi, gold at the seams. The pace slows. The mirror tells the truth. Some friends are gone. Some names slip away like birds. You walk a winter orchard, bare branches, quiet ground. At first glance, it looks like loss, but stand still long enough, and you feel it. Life moving under the bark, sap, waiting for the sun. You have lived through many nights. You've learned that grief and love share a door. You know which stories to keep and which to set down. But you keep walking the rows, hand on the trunks you planted years ago. Therefore, you can say with a full heart, spring returns. It may take its time, but it returns. Resilience here is gentle and deep. It writes letters. It remembers birthdays. It forgives again. It becomes a lantern for those behind you, not with speeches, but with presence. Hope in this season is not noise. It is trust. Trust in the roots. Trust in the length of light. Trust that the orchard, though bare, is not empty. When the branches are stark against the sky, resilience is the root that refuses to let go. World Mental Health Day arrives each year on October 10th to remind us to care for our minds and for one another. If your night feels long, I'm glad you're here. A child's paper boat, a teen's compass, a young adult's scaffolding, a mature adult's golden bowl, an elder's winter orchard. Different images, same message. We bend, we mend, we grow. Not all at once, not without help, but we do. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. No one is weak for needing light. We all do. So choose one small step today. Tell someone, take a walk, drink water, make the call, write the thought down, sit in the sun, sit by a window if that's all you can do. Night is part of the story. It is not the whole story. Morning is already on its way. 2 doors open. Choose the path that calls to you. The fire keeps burning.